In this video, we're going to rate the 3 tiki bars in Palm Springs, California. All right, so tonight we're going to be drinking a Pink Cloud from Trader Vic's.
Ooh, perfect.
And for me, from Trader Vic's, the Trader Vic's daiquiri. You might notice how fancy we are. This is the final episode of the year. And tonight we're going to be talking about 3 tiki bars that we went to in Palm Springs. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year. How's your Pink Cloud?
This is, oh my God, this is so good. I've been wanting to try this ever since you made it on the show, maybe 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
This is so good. It's just what I expected.
And this is still as bad as the first time I made it. The Trader Vic's daiquiri, which has maraschino liqueur, grapefruit, lime juice. This is an acquired taste, I believe. So we were recently in Palm Springs, the second time you've been there.
Yes.
Being from Brazil. So we stayed at the Caliente Tropics Hotel. What do you think about the Caliente Tropics?
Well, it was my first time staying there ever, but we visited last time that we went to Palm Springs, and it's very, very impressive, the whole place.
Built in 1964 by Ken Kimes, it has a bountiful array of tikis throughout the whole grounds, including the one that is on the pool deck that is just like a big head with like a kind of an afro.
But it wasn't just a hat before.
It wasn't just a head before. It used to be like a super tall dude. What were the 3 tiki bars that we visited?
We visited the Reef at Caliente Tropics Resort. We visited Tonga Hut and
The Bootlegger.
the Bootlegger.
Bootlegger's tough to remember because it's a tiny little tiki bar, but packs quite a punch. So I think we're going to grade these by favorite drink, favorite decor, and favorite overall experience.
So we recently went to San Francisco, and we went to as many tiki bars as we could fit in 2 nights, and that was really fun, and we made a video about that.
And so we rated the tiki bars in San Francisco. So if you'd like to go back and watch that video, go watch that video. But first, let's talk about Palm Springs and what our favorite overall was. Let's just go in order of the ones that we visited and what our initial impressions were. The first one we went to was the Reef because we were staying right there at the Caliente Tropics. Our room was maybe, I don't know, 20 yards from the bar.
Which is very dangerous.
Right. So
But
when
also very convenient.
very convenient. So when we went in there, it was absolutely dead.
Yeah, I think we were the only ones at the bar.
Yep. And I think the bartenders were playing whatever music they kind of wanted to play. It wasn't themed at all.
No.
But I think they were just kind of taking it as like it was, you know, hangout time.
Yeah, it was like some hip hop or...
Yeah. What was your initial reaction to that bar, the decor and all that?
Okay, so this was my second time at the Reef because we went there when I first went to Palm Springs with you last year. And I think in January, that was my favorite tiki bar. But that was also my first tiki bar ever.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the Breezeway was my first tiki bar ever, and then the Reef was my first official tiki bar. So I was very impressed with everything because I've never seen anything like it before. And now that I've seen other places, you know, it was a different experience and a different opinion that I had on it.
The Reef is a bar that I played maybe 15 years ago with my first Hawaiian band, the Smokin' Menahunis. Yeah, it was like an instrumental steel guitar, hapa haole kind of thing. Over the years, it's changed hands many times. Now it seems like my buddy Rory is the best custodian of that space. He has a very eclectic taste in decor. I think that there are some aspects of his decor that are jaw-dropping, and there's some stuff that, for my personal aesthetics, don't align with the traditional tiki bar thing. But that's always been Rory. Rory's kind of always been like, yeah, I do my own thing. And that's cool.
I think it's a really interesting place, but with a lot of stuff to look at. But they also have very modern and like Star Wars stuff, which we know that a lot of tiki fans are really into Star Wars tiki. But it's definitely not a traditional, like, classic tiki place.
And so for my personal taste, he strays kind of from the formula of what is like classic tiki. But I'm okay with modern tiki too.
Yeah.
And I think that if you find yourself in Palm Springs, you would be you'd be missing out if you don't go to the Reef.
You definitely should go there. We do recommend it.
The drinks were exceptional. I was very impressed with the drinks at the Reef.
So tell us about the favorite drink that you had there. You were talking about that drink the whole trip.
Do you remember what it was called?
The ambrosia.
The ambrosia. So the ambrosia lives on a secret menu because there's like the normal menu. And then if you go...
Menu.
Yeah, you go like, what else you got? And they're like, oh, we have a secret menu. And you go, why isn't it just the same menu? Why isn't it the main menu?
Because it's secret.
Oh.
And so the description of that drink is like marshmallow dessert kind of drink, and we were like, ugh, I would never order that.
Never by the description would I ever order that cocktail.
No, but the bartender was like, this is my favorite drink and you should definitely try it. And we were like,
and he said the description is very misleading.
Yeah.
So.
We tried it.
And it was amazing.
It was really good.
The ambrosia is phenomenal. What did it taste like?
It was sweet, fruity, and kind of citrusy, not too sweet, because I'm not usually a fan of super sweet drinks, even though I'm in love with this, which is a very sweet drink, but
it's a very sweet drink.
I'm not usually a fan of dessert drinks.
So besides the drinks and besides the decor there, a reason to visit the Reef is to visit the Caliente Tropics Hotel. And on the grounds are, I don't know, 20-something vintage carved tikis from the 1960s that a lot of them are still hanging on. When I first visited Caliente Tropics 20 years ago, when Tiki Oasis was held there, there were a lot more tikis that were doing better than they are now, because as we know, like, weather takes a toll on tikis. They're natural. So outside on the pool deck, there are these concrete pillars that have been carved into them, like little Marquesan tikis and stuff, and like Cook Islands tikis. That was our buddy Crazy Al. Carved those with an angle grinder.
I recognize some of them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we were in Palm Springs for 2 nights. That was not the only time that we went to the Reef because of its proximity to our rooms.
Yeah.
But we did go out to the Tonga Hut, which is on the main drag of Palm Canyon Drive. It has an incredible neon sign. It's above kind of this biker bar, and it's super easy to miss if you're not looking for it. But it's another one of those places. I mean, there's only 3 tiki bars in Palm Springs, and I would say that each of them are certainly worthy of a visit.
Yeah, you can go to all of them in one night, so.
You can go to all of them in one night.
Just be careful.
The decor at the Tonga Hut is on a next level, I think. It's very tiki modern. There are pilings that came out of the Islander apartments in Los Angeles. There's all kinds of vintage art. There is a secret room.
Yeah, so the first time that I went to the Tonga room, Tonga Hut. The first time that I went to the Tonga Hut, I loved it. But I think I didn't really get what it was about, because it's like a Palm Springs version of Tiki. Right. The main room. So
very modernist, very kind of angular. And
I think at first, when we went there in January, I was impressed, but I was not as impressed as other tiki bars that we went to. And now that I've seen them again, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
You also said that once you saw the secret room, it was like, oh, you're keeping all the good stuff hidden. The secret room was designed to be like a 1940s style, super traditional tiki bar.
Yeah.
And
which is more my thing.
It's kind of more my thing too. Yeah. I kind of wish there was a whole tiki bar in Palm Springs that looked like the secret room in the Tonga Hut.
Yeah.
But I love the tiki modern aesthetic of the Tonga Hut as well. The first version of the Breezeway was supposed to be tiki modern.
I remember it.
The music was great, right?
The music was perfect. Spot on.
And we did have some appetizers there too in the dining area. They have a full poo-poo platter with the flame and everything.
The food that was amazing.
The food was great. Each booth is themed a different tiki bar that existed in Palm Springs during the history of Palm Springs, like the golden age of tiki. I think we sat at did we sit at the Don the Beachcomber one or Chi-Chi room? I don't recall. But once we were done with that, we went and got a flaming bowl.
That was actually my first bowl cocktail ever, because it's never made me one, so. It's true. It was really good, and it was a very fun experience. And once you're drinking from a bowl, everyone else at the bar is like, what are they drinking? I want some of that.
Totally. That's a lesson for anybody that owns a commercial tiki bar. If you don't already do fire or bowl drinks, the minute that somebody lights one of those up or serves a bowl drink,
everybody else wants one.
Everybody in the place goes, what's that? And if you just like adjust your margins, that could be your top seller of the whole place.
For sure.
For sure. The Tonga Hut has waterfalls. It has a lot of art. It has a balcony that's really nice kind of during like, not the summer months, but like when it's a little bit warmer out. And then of course there's like a living room kind of area with like an indoor fireplace. Just
very
like
cozy.
Just like the Tonga Hut in Hollywood. Great spot. The last time you were there, you had the Crack in the Dole Whip, which is one of their more popular cocktails, I think. What was your opinion of that drink?
So I just said that I'm not into dessert drinks, and that was the sweetest drink that I've ever had in my life.
It's kind of a big smoothie, huh?
Yeah.
And if you're not ready for like a smoothie, the idea is it's supposed to be like a Dole Whip from Disney, but with rum. It would be great for a hot day if you're having dessert.
Not drinks.
Not cocktail time, yeah. So just be forewarned, it's kind of one of the cocktails that they push forward, and I think that they have better offerings than that cocktail.
Yeah. I think I had a few Jaws on the Dash.
Yeah.
Because that's my new thing now.
Yeah, that's her new thing.
And you had one that I don't remember right now, but it was really phenomenal.
Was it a jet pilot? It was something like that. It was a Dawn the Beachcomber cocktail.
It was really good.
Yeah, super good.
It was like, I was jealous of your drink because I wanted that one.
So the Tonga Hut has an incredible cocktail menu. The decor is transportative. It is certainly worthy of a visit if you were in Palm Springs. After that, all of the bar owners had been talking about a place called the Bootlegger Tiki.
Yeah, they were all like, I don't know if you should go there. You know, it's a small place. It's not really, you know, we haven't heard good things about it. And we were like, okay, we're going to go there, not expecting much of it at all. So
the last time that I went to the Bootlegger Tiki was maybe 10 years ago when they first opened. I think it was about 10 years ago. They were serving drinks with dry ice and all this kind of stuff. But the music was so wrong. And then I heard over the years kind of different mixed reviews of the place. And I was like, well, we have to go and for America, well, and Brazil and Australia. Maybe Mexico too. Wherever you're watching this video, we had to do it for you. So we headed up the road to Bootlegger Tiki. Now, the incredible thing about Bootlegger Tiki is that it resides in the space that once housed Dawn the Beachcomber. And the only way that you can tell that it was a Dawn the Beachcomber is that there are these orange steel tiki torches that are still up there, and they still light every night. Now, Bootlegger Tiki shares a space with Ernest Coffee. And the reason they call it Ernest Coffee is because Ernest Beaumont Gant, Dawn the Beachcomber.
I knew that.
Not a chance.
I knew that. I watched the show.
Oh, total chance. So it shares the space with a coffee house, but the bar section is like a very narrow, maybe 30 people bar?
Yeah, it's a small bar.
It's a small bar. We had no idea what to expect because of kind of mixed reviews and all this stuff. And I believe that the ownership has just turned over
to a French guy?
To a French guy, yeah. The decor is sparse.
I like the decor. It wasn't the most impressive tiki bar that I've ever been to, for sure,
right,
decor-wise, but it was nice.
Yeah, the decor's nice. A lot of, like, velvet nudes, which, like, we're good with velvet nudes.
Not a velvet TVs.
It's very tastefully appointed.
Yeah.
Now, with the new ownership, I would love to see the Bootlegger go more into this, like, bootlegging rum kind of nautical, traditional tiki thing.
Yeah.
Plus, the new management there at the Bootlegger happened to appreciate the history and legacy of Dawn the Beachcomber.
Are we going to start talking about the people there? Because that was...
Oh,
that was phenomenal.
The staff?
The staff.
Yeah.
Okay, so the staff there was really just an amazing experience. All of the girls were really friendly, and they were all... At first, when you got there, I don't think they recognized you. So it wasn't like they were trying to please you because they know who you were.
Oh, right.
They were just really being super nice to us and trying to make conversation and trying to, like, get to know us and get to know the kind of drinks that we were interested in. So it was a really just very polite experience. And then when they found out that you have a YouTube channel.
Well, one of the employees there eventually recognized us as an Instagram model. And like the guy from the show that you're watching.
The guy who shoots the Instagram model photos.
Oh, and that also, yeah, the pinup photo side of me.
Yeah. So then they started talking more to us, but it wasn't like something that they were trying to be extra nice because they knew who we were. I think it was just a natural thing for them to try to treat everyone really nice,
Yeah.
Which is always very nice.
The cocktails that we had were exceptional. They had recently brought a bartender over from one of Martin Kate's bars, Halepele, I believe, up in Oregon, Washington, Seattle. They really care about the mixology side of things.
They really do.
One of the staff members was the granddaughter of somebody who worked at Don's when it was Don's. So she especially appreciates the history of the place.
So you had a drink there that was Devil's something.
Yeah, it was the Devil's something or other. It was so good.
For me, that was the best cocktail that I've had in Palm Springs.
I believe we have found her favorite cocktail of Palm Springs.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I had a drink in a glass pufferfish.
That was also really good. I had a hot butter rum. That was really good as well. We just had exceptional cocktails there.
And we probably had more drinks there than we should have. Like, we had just come from the Tonga Hut. Really, you should have a couple of tiki cocktails and then, I don't know, spend 3 hours doing something else and then go back to cocktails again because they will catch up with you quickly. But we had like 5 within the course of an hour, couple hours. 2,
I
3
don't
hours.
remember.
Yeah. The music there was classic rock.
Yeah. Which is like, comparing to hip hop is incredible.
Yeah. Compared to hip hop, classic rock is just fine.
Yeah. No, just fine.
But it's still not tiki.
No, it's not. But it wasn't tiki, but I wasn't mad about it because of all the bad music that you can get in a place.
Yeah. No, it was fine. I would like to go back there and have more of a transportative experience. And that maybe means like bringing in this kind of decor, maybe music that is more suited to that environment. If that means like music from High Tide Recordings, which is like the Hula Girls and the Black Flamingos and Hilo High Flyers and, all of those kind of bands, Slowing the Boats, that would be a treat.
But they were all super excited and super enthusiastic about Tiki and about making that place a better place and a better experience for everyone. So I really, truly appreciate that. We didn't get that from any of the other places.
No, it was the most enthusiastic bar staff in all of Palm Springs that we got. So I think that covers it. That's the Reef, the Tonga Hut, and Bootlegger Tiki. Now, favorite cocktail of Palm Springs?
It was the Devil something at the Bootlegger.
An incredible cocktail. It knocked me out. Well, not literally, but metaphorically, it knocked me out. I would have to say that my favorite cocktail in Palm Springs
I know your answer.
was the Ambrosia at the Reef. I had it twice while I was there.
Yeah.
And it was just on different days. And it was just so good.
It was really good.
It was creative. It didn't feel like a traditional tiki cocktail.
No, yeah. It was something very different.
Best decor. Which tiki bar had the best decor?
Tonga Hut.
If you leave the Caliente Tropics Hotel out of it,
Yeah.
the Tonga Hut, especially with the inclusion of the hidden little room, certainly wins. They have such like a giant assortment of vintage decor as well as like...
We have a lot of stuff to look at.
Yeah. And I would imagine that you probably can figure out what our best overall experience was in Palm Springs.
What was yours?
It's a place called the Bootlegger Tiki. I was wildly surprised. Both of my friends own the Reef and the Tonga Hut, and those are incredible tiki bars. You should absolutely go to all of these when you're in Palm Springs.
We will come back to all of them for sure
Yeah.
next time that we were in Palm Springs.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you do in Palm Springs, just like going to Melvin's, just like going to Sherman's Deli. If you want a transportative mid-century experience, go to Palm Springs.
Yes.
You can drive around. You can see incredible architecture straight from 1961.
You can see houses that we're probably never going to
Own. Elvis's honeymoon hideaway.
Don't get me started on that.
All right. So, with that, folks, please be sure to hit the like button.
No. Your overall favorite experience?
Yeah, Bootlegger.
You didn't ask me about mine.
Oh, what was it?
Bootlegger.
Yeah, I know. Of course I was. I think we both had a very good time.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
And the staff were
we
really...
were really impressed. The staff made all the difference. The drinks were phenomenal. So,
And with that, folks, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Aloha, baby.
Aloha, baby.
You don't have any left.
I don't know. I can have this for dessert every day.
So we... What in the fuck?
I'm trying to fix my... Okay. We visited as many tiki bars as we could fit.
Do that again. Now.
No. These are based on drinks. First,
Yeah.
the overall, the last one. It was really good, and it was a very fun experience.
I know. Shit'll make you insane, won't it?
Do you really want to talk about that?
Yeah. On the north end of, if I say directions, people are gonna be like, dude, it's not the north end. It's the south end. Or the eastern end.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
But we had like 5 within the course of...
It's really hard.
I know. That's what she said.